so much. This is such an enormous undertaking to think about. Joining us now to discuss is Julie Wood. She's the Director of Projects for the Charles River Watershed Association.
Julie, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate having you in.
Thanks for having me.
You say this is a good start from the City of Boston, but that more needs to be done. If there were one additional thing that you'd like to see the city do that could make a big difference in protecting our waterfront, what would it be?
Excellent. Yes, we're definitely commending the mayor and the city on the plan that they've started and the plan that they've put out today. They've been doing a lot of work on climate mitigation. Great to see them now putting forth a vision for adapting to, unfortunately, what are the inevitable impacts we will see of climate change. One additional thing we definitely like to see is really taking a regional approach and looking at the region as a whole, because the impacts are not going to be isolated to one city. They're not going to be isolated to one site. So we need to all work together on this massive issue.
Of course, we all love the beautiful Charles River. Yeah. Look at it with our cameras every day. And you say the Charles is already experiencing some of the effects of climate change. For people who want to know what they should be looking for, what are they?
Well, we're certainly already seeing warmer water weather. That's a simple one. We see the water temperatures rising in the summer. Recently, we've also seen a lot of algae blooms and potentially toxin-producing cyanobacteria blooms are becoming fairly common in the summer.
Is that because of the warmer water, or why is that?
Yes, that's most likely because of the warmer water. So those harmful algae blooms, that's unfortunately not something we're just seeing in the Charles. That's something really we're seeing across the country and across the globe, these becoming more common.
One of the solutions to the flooding that has become an issue, the Charles River Watershed Association calls for, is more water storage in Boston. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Sure, definitely. We are going to see more rainfall and we are going to see more flooding. So we need to be prepared to deal with that. So finding space to direct the water where the water can go, where it's going to have less damage, that's the kind of thing we need to do now. That's the kind of upfront planning. So one opportunity is to use our existing spaces, transition them so that they can serve almost as floodplains or urban floodplains to store that water.
And wetlands actually constructing them?
That's right. Adding new ones, using the ones we have, adapting the ones we have, and even adding little tiny pocket wetlands right into our city streets, and even adding more trees. Something as simple as adding more trees will help water storage.
And that would help. And of course, all of this looks like a tremendous amount of money, that the cost is really going to be exorbitant for people who you know, say, okay, yes, I understand climate change is happening, but this is all about people making money. I'm not so sure these are the solutions we should be paying for. What would you say to them about how necessary all of these changes are?
Well, one thing I would say about the cost is that it is large. It definitely is large. But we should also consider the cost of doing nothing and the cost of having to recover. We're seeing that happen across the country. It's far more cost effective if we plan and prepare than if we do nothing.
Well, Eric certainly knows more about this than Paul and I. Eric, I know you have a question for Julie.
Well, Julie, I was interested about, have you seen other cities or other places in the world or other places here in the country that are doing the same types of things? Are there other groups that you've talked with where people are trying to be more proactive with these types of issues?
Yes, this is really something folks across the country and across the globe are struggling with. We can learn from others. We can help adapt together. Communities, of course, like Denmark, that have dealt with water issues and water inundation for many, many years.
Centuries.
For centuries, for example, are one community where we can potentially have some lessons learned.
Well, Julie Wood of the Charles River Watershed Association, we thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Cold temperatures on the way for tomorrow, Eric.
You know, it's interesting. You talk about mitigation. That one picture that was around after Hurricane Michael last week was that one building that survived on the coastline in Florida and Mexico Beach, that one building that was built to stronger codes while the other ones were destroyed. That's the type of thing that we're looking at when it comes to some upfront investment that definitely is expensive in the first place, but it shows results.